It's raining! Woohoo! I just got off work and I am so tired and I do not feel like running and it is raining, but no excuses. You still look pretty when you're done. You didn't do it right. So I had to work out in the gym tonight because the only thing I hate worse than the treadmill is getting kidnapped or run over or stabbed.
And my third run for the week was actually really nice. This little walkway down by the river is just a quick jog from my house. It's kind of crazy how you go under all these overpasses and then boom, you get a little bit of nature. And it was a really good run. Hi guys! So I was thinking about a couple of things during my runs, and I know I am not a running expert, a medical professional, but here are just a couple of things that I was thinking about. Maybe you could call them tips. I don't know. You can call them what you want to call them. But I'm going to call them thoughts. Thought number one is experiment. We have this vision in our heads of what a runner looks like, and that vision might be different for every single person, but I know I kind of adhered to, okay, this is when a runner runs, what they look like, what they do. And it wasn't until very further along in my running that I realized that that's not ideal for me. For example, what I'm talking about. In my head, runners wore shorts and they had those long, awesome runner legs. And every time I would run in shorts, I would chafe and they would ride up and it was uncomfortable and I was fidgeting with them. And then one day I discovered compression pants and I love running in them and that's what works best for me. Another example is I always pictured a runner rocking the iPod, busting some tunes. I would have swore to you that I have to have music to run, like the rhythm and the beat, and it keeps my adrenaline going and it pushes me. I forgot my iPod one day and I almost went home, but I decided I'm here, I'm gonna run, and it completely changed my world. I never run with music anymore. A couple of things. One, I didn't realize how awfully awkward those earbuds are when they're swinging and swaying, and I would pull and tuck them in my shirt. And I don't know how you guys do it because it just sucks. It drives me crazy. And then the other thing is I'm one of those people who I have to keep with the beat. So if a song is on and it has a really fast beat, but I'm really tired, I'm gonna push to run at that rhythm, which is a great thing. But it kind of worked in the opposite effect for me too, where if I was feeling it and I was running, willing to run really hard, but the rhythm of the music was slower, it would drive me so crazy that I would just rather run slower than to run off the beat. So what happened when I didn't have any music and I just ran, all of a sudden I was in my own head. Run at whatever pace I wanted to run, the rhythm of my feet hitting the pavement. If you run races without any earbuds, it's so cool. You hear everybody cheering. You hear the race. It's really cool. And I wonder how much people are missing out on when they have those earbuds in. Anyway, if I hadn't forgotten my iPod, I never would have known this about myself. So experiment. See what kind of things that you like. Do you like running during the day? Do you like running at night? Do you like treadmill? Do you like outdoors? Do you like running in the cold? Do you like running in the heat? Earphones, no music, fast music, book on tape. Experiment and figure out, okay, this is what works for me. And the great thing is that we are not stagnant and we will always change. So if you're starting to feel bored with running, try and change it up a bit. Maybe that's not what you like anymore. Maybe your body wants something different. So just try. Number two, you just do you. Do not let other people get inside your head and tell you you're not a runner. This thing happened when I ran my half marathon where people would ask me if I ran the whole thing. And my answer basically is like, who cares? Doesn't matter if you're going fast or slow or if you're walking or if you're jogging, or if you're going slower today than you went yesterday, you are running. Because what happens is when you start to listen to those people or let those thoughts seep into your own brain, it changes how proud you feel. Yeah, I did that 5K, but, and there shouldn't be a but. You ran and you completed, or you tried, or whatever it is that you did. Just feel proud about it, and no buts. Double sports bras. I'm telling you guys, I have some tickle bitties, and if I don't wear 2 sports bras, I will knock myself out. It's uncomfortable and it hurts, and with every single jarring step, which my computer just jarred with us, it hurts. It hurts a lot. So the perk is you strap these puppies down, and then all of that back fat that you would never really even think about, you feel it when you run, and it hurts. It does. It just pulls, pulls, pulls every single time. And so as much as you can strap everything in, the better. Compression pants, double sports bras, just, make this as comfortable as possible. And then this one I was really aware of during my runs this week, and that is the first 10 minutes sucks, and it will always suck. And if you are new to running and you never run past 10 minutes, you're going to think that it will always suck. So do not judge running by the first 10 minutes. When I go out the door, and this is true for right now as I'm starting, or when I'm running every day, every single time when I go out the door, my shoe's too tight, my left laces are too loose, my socks are the wrong material, my hair tie is too tight, my hair tie is too loose, the weather is not right, my knee hurts, my ankle's sore. I mean, it just goes on, and I just feel like an elephant. It's so heavy, and it's hard to pick up my feet, and I feel like I'm just bouncing up and down, and I'm not actually going forward, and it's just uncomfortable, and it's awkward, and I hate it. I hate the first 10 minutes of running. But then this beautiful thing happens if you just keep going, and your head shuts up, and your body shuts up, and then you're just running, and it's amazing, and it starts to feel good. And I'm not talking about like those crazy 10-miler endorphins. I'm just saying your body loosens up, and it starts to get used to the rhythm, and it just feels good. And last but not least, number 5, schedule your workouts or your runs. Just schedule them. Put it in ink in your calendar like it was a doctor's appointment. Be very specific. This is when I'm doing my run. You're more likely to honor it that way, and you're more likely to rearrange other things and not let life interfere with this, because this is important. This is your health, and you matter, and you should be very, very high on your totem pole. And we tend to put ourselves at the bottom of the totem pole. So ink it in. And then also what happens is, are there those days where we do not want to go? But you know what? I do not always want to go to the dentist, and I do not always want to go to work. But I go because it's my responsibility to do so, and I'm a grown-up, and there are things that we do that we don't want to do. But they're still good for us. So ink it in, make it happen, and go get it. So those are my 5 thoughts for the week that just kind of were running through my head as I was running. And if you have any tips or tricks or thoughts or advice or whatever the hell you want to call them, if you have something to say or to add, or something that has worked for you, just comment below, because I could benefit from it, and all you guys could benefit from it. And the more you share, the more you care. Boobies.